It's time to set the motherfucking record straight!
How real can this get? What do you mean?
So if you find a seed of desire, hold on to it. Just taste it. Just grab the taste of it.
What are the symptoms? What are the symptoms of it being real? What is this real? What are the symptoms of stepping into it?
If you can discern a type of desire within you, for example, I want to stand with Wittgenstein in truly relevant capacity. Relevant capacity.
When do you know it is real? When do you know that you have activated these bodies of potential?
This is an honest aspiration.
When do you know that you stand in your center?
I act on that.
When do you step into your kingdom of capacity?
My friend, you have done this work. How do I honor your work? How do I truly dig deeper into this purified ground that you have prepared so as to invoke, to provoke, to summon, to produce, to give birth to the architecture that you have been preparing for? Come on!
When are you able to just advance thoroughly into the fibers of it? Advance thoroughly into this fabric of unity.
You ready to yank me off?
We are still on the grounds of the outrageous. We are still on the grounds of the outrageous. What do you mean?
If you are overwhelmed by capacity,
There's a certain kind of gift.
if you are overwhelmed with admiration, or
There is an outrageous gift that I establish as ground.
you're just in awe with a gift that you can see in your field, just
There is an outrageous gift that I establish as the most basic ground.
produce that stands to
What is
fiercely
that?
thrust your skull into its chest to produce the ecstatic
I
alternative.
decide that any kind of experiential configuration is attainable as body. How does that happen? How does one get
Shock your master with
such a fluid capacity of love, such a meta-logic capacity of union?
the advancement that you can design. Shock your master with how you can
There is a threshold of exhaustion.
achieve further.
There is a threshold of exhaustion that you can attain as a protocol.
It is the very nature of reverence, even in front of any divine perspective.
If you can step into exhaustion without actually being exhausted, if you can step into the symptoms of exhaustion,
You must produce ecstasy in the divine being by the way you can perfect, refine, revolutionize your notion of the divine. If I can revolutionize the notion of what the world is, what the capacity of being is, then I am truly reverent to it. If I can heal you, I am truly reverent.
That is the tempo. Slow, let yourself go. Slow and low.
how do you stand in the coherent narrative path that is perfectly aligned with the field of this enticement field? There is a field of purpose, there is some kind of exact field of purpose. So stand in the taste of it.
I see the contrast between black and white in this field.
I really honor the ground, honor the vast ground.
The plants have become white because of the dew that is filled with the morning light, and the ground is thoroughly black. I walk in this freshly seeded field, and I want to honor its beauty. My dear Wittgenstein would say that we have a small notion of causality.
So there is a two-part equation. First of all,
We have a small theory of how causality works. So then I can say, my words come from this land. Oh, how I honor this land. I need to give some adequate expression to this overwhelming power, beauty that I can stand in right now.
you know that this very moment of experience is completely, thoroughly informed by all other possible experiences. So the question is,
My voice honors this.
how many of such fields of influence can I hold in my attention?
Causal capacity that I can
How many of these fields of influence can I hold clearly in my attention?
give voice to the land in this way. I can integrate the beauty I feel. I can integrate this enormous capacity as my own body.
How many of them are functional within my field of attention now?
It's the joint! Yo, Randy's Rodeo!
So this is one part of the narrative equation. And the other is this a possible solution? Stepping into the larger...
I think you're disappointed, so just...
So it's a leap of faith. If I am brutally honest in front of this capacity to feel how I can engage beauty,
modalities of identity, stepping into the material consequences of the lucid attainment of a field of attention. It feels like it feels outrageous, so this is stepping onto outrageous grounds.
causal fields, causal fields, causal fields.
If I say,
I walk with all of you.
whatever I can do, whatever is possible for me, is informed by all that I can hold in my awareness. So I have I live in a certain range of possibility according to the scale of my awareness, according to
All the ones that have opened up doors of perception to me.
all the frames of possibility that are active in my awareness.
I say Beastie Boys, I can say Wittgenstein, I can say...
So my question is,
So where is the advancement that I am capable of?
how clearly can I hold then the field of this present moment?
How do I honor your friendship?
This is actually related to what kind of portals in time can stand open, can stand active, like what web of coherent shifting of states can you activate? What architecture of a web of shifting of states? It's like an equation that can hold together in a function an active configuration of various states.
No, come on, just step out of bullshit words. Just step out of
So
bullshit.
this is a question on the ground of
Don't
the
talk
outrageous.
bullshit.
Why would you want that? There is no actual infrastructure for wanting that. There is no infrastructure of desire for such a horizon. What is the generosity of moving through logical fields? Where is this attained life that can simply discern the mind fabric or logical causality? If I can move in space, is this anatomical causality? Is this physical continuity? Is this...
You give me the power to see. You give me the spaciousness of sight. You give me this gift of spaciousness. The kind patience of observing fields of experience. You gave me the gift of this practice. You gave me the gift of this practice. You gave me the gift of this practice.
Everybody rapping like it's a commercial, acting like life is a big commercial. Well, this is what I got to say to you all. Be true to yourself and you will never fall. Before I like to pass the mic to the A, I said,
You can speak in any logic,
So let's clarify
It
this
is-
narrative equation.
not less true.
I know that in this very moment I am informed by all other frames of possibility in my field of awareness, which means a range of possible actions, a range of possible motions. The question is, which ones are active, which ones are... Like, what is my map of the active fields of influence in my range of behavior?
I enter this practice of strict, narrow training. I give birth to you through my words. I give birth to the caliber of you through the motions of my marrow.
So how can I discern all of these fields and
Through the exact
which ones are
chemistry of my marrow.
active in an organic or coherent or... And what does it mean to have them alive in a very coherent configuration? It's really like mathematics, meaning that one is awakened into the vast scale of this freedom, but then how does one produce a coherent architecture?
I stand in this patience. I stand in this spaciousness of the fields. I stand in the body of the field. I stand in this massive beauty. So I honor it with higher scale of capacity. There's no small patience in me now.
And the other side of the equation is this discernment happening in the void, or is it helped by attaining vaster configurations of body, or subtle forms of definition of body. If I say field of attention, if I say the mode of perception of a certain state, is that helpful? Is that necessary in the process?
There is a type of honesty which is speak in front of all common forms of perception. There is another type of honesty that advances in the outrageous capability.
The heart of this attempt, for one must stand in a clear, heartfelt drive. This is not some sort of artificial ambition. Anything that is done here can only be done on the grounds of high energy, which means thoroughly desired attainment, which is like really a gift of scale. Achieving coherent life in this domain is really a matter of
the training of another resonance of voice. The training.
Of scale. It's like a breathing. If you want to breathe in a new dimension, you must fulfill the
resonance of world. The training of the world with the resonance of your voice. The training
the physics of it.
The membranes of reality with
what is the physics of this breathing, of this new body,
chemistry of your
scale.
Attitude.
And it is a sort of
this art of training attitude.
I call it a gift.
I stand in the courage of a voice that is adequate to this body.
If I have a true gift, then I become apparent in your domain. It's just like being in front of a lover or wanting to seduce some kind of queen of some kingdom, and you stand in this question, where is my gift, so that I can just be there in front of this royalty. Do I have a real gift so as to be considered in that frame of logic?
Not fucking around. I stand in
this is also
an outrageously beautiful place. So I just need to shout it out as if I were it.
I train with these frames of behavior which are culturally relevant. So if I want to play that game, I can only breathe with the scrutiny of the question,
so you know that I'm not fucking around.
What is my cultural gift? What is my gift that really withstands this test of universal relevance? So am I really born in that scale of relevance? Okay.
My dear friend taught me this. We have no reason to restrict our notion of causality to this naive image of how the brain functions, as if the brain is the seat of our minds and is the seat of our agency and is the cause of any acts of consciousness. One can say that I think with my mind when I write with the pen on paper. Thus, I go further and say, I can think with the contemplation of the field. I can think with the force of the unity I feel in this alien form of experience. So this is how I walk further. This is how I take your path and make it grow into a fucking tree. How does one train into advanced body configurations? What is this discipline about? This is no fucking joke.
So remember that the logic of pursuing this gift is somewhere in the echo chamber of the outrageous. You're just like following this resonance of outrageous, which is a sort of species of prayer, or a species of shocking the divine into some sort of embodiment pursuit, or no, it's like trapping or hunting the divine into form. This species of prayer which stands on the ground of the outrageous. It's a bit like in this playful dialogue of prayer, the speed of shifting positions has no limit, which means that there is no limit in the capacity to shift positions in this type of dialogue. And the question is whether the achievement of the awareness of the alien taste of the ground of pure experience, if that is relevant for the process. Meaning that there is a true care and a true lightning-like awakening into mission, or a sort of,
if I stand in front of my children and I exert my marrow into noble responsibility towards what the future can host, if I exert this discipline of the substances of the marrow in front of my own children, and I just take all the libraries, all possible icons of being, and I seed them into this future of what we can be, and I act accordingly. What is the consequence of that? Vaster soul forms, vaster forms of intelligence would require vaster languages and vaster bodies and vaster capacities, and I have them here with me. There is never any lack of power. So this is the brutality of my reverence towards my children. The gift of the field body. This is how I honor your legacy.